have to loosen up my collar. She keeps singing like that. That's some good singing. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed to have so many amazing people that live in this city. It's phenomenal. You know, with old Gunny. The remarkable thing about this is when he was in Germany, he was told he may never have motor skills again or ever be able to walk again. And he did 10 3-count Marine Corps push-ups for the Semper Fi Fund on a video. And he told me I could talk about this. I asked him for permission, but it was truly inspirational. You know, we all have heroes every day, and I tell you, I'm at the gym a couple of times a week, and he's always there, lifting more than me, and I always get kind of embarrassed about that. But with no further ado, here's Michael Bittner to say a couple of words for you. Please welcome him home again.
Be a part of the ceremony. You know, a lot of people fight to be in this area, sorry. This day is really important. It's important to remember the fallen, and I think it's important to also enjoy yourselves, because that's what everyone fights for, is that ability for people to be able to be with their friends and family and have fun and love life. That's what we do in America. So I think that's really important, and like, once again, just thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Come on, give him a loud one. Let's go. Now we have something that is very moving. First time I ever saw this, I was honored to be a part of it and be a part of this organization. But 146 years ago, General Order Number 11 was published by General A. Logan III, Commander-in-Chief of the Grand Army of the Republic. This order was the first to speak of the importance and the spirit in which a day should be designated to honor our fallen comrades and remember their sacrifices. And it states this: the 30th day of May 1868 is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country during the late rebellion, and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land. At Oak Hill Memorial Park, we continue this tradition of laying floral tributes in honor of our fallen comrades. The placement of the wreaths is a testament to both the beauty and brevity of their lives. I ask that you now please stand while the wreaths of remembrance are placed. We have random high school ROTC students that will assist in the placement of the wreaths. Our first wreath, person for their supreme sacrifice for their country, and to give recognition to the full-star families during this most difficult times in their lives. Today, half of the medals of honor since 1941 have been awarded posthumously. We're honored for their sacrifice. Thank you, gentlemen. Coincide with the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. Thank you for your sacrifice. Because of the anniversary of the Vietnam War, and so many of our brothers still have not come home. And today, next is our Civil War wreath. The American Civil War still remains the bloodiest conflict ever faced by our lives so that our nation could become what it is today. They have been honoring their ancestors, for many of whom are buried here at Oak Hill Memorial Park on Memorial Day for the past 115 years. Of the 11th day of the 11th month. In an address to Congress, President Woodrow Wilson spoke of the war The world must be made safe for democracy. Its peace must be planted upon the tested foundations of political liberty. We're grateful for their sacrifices. World War II brief. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt said this: the democratic aspirations is no mere recent phase of human history. We would rather die on our feet than live on our knees. We sacrificed so much. Thank you for your sacrifice. Next, between the June of 1950 and July of 1953. This men perished defending our country and should be celebrated as all the other wars. We thank them for the sacrifices they made. Next is the Vietnam War wreath. The American involvement in the Vietnam War began as early as 1954, when special advisors were sent to South Vietnam. Combat units were deployed. 58,000 Americans died in the war or are listed as missing in action. President Nixon described the war by saying, "No event in American history. Rarely have so many people been so wrong about so much. Never have the consequences of their mistakes." 1990, in March of 1991, over 430,000 Americans. This is the new generation that's coming aboard that we must also care for. And today we also remember their sacrifices. Next is the Afghanistan and Iraq War wreath. The war in Iraq and Afghanistan, or Operation Enduring Freedom, began in October of 2001 in response to the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on the United States during Operation Iraqi Freedom. OEF, OIF, anyone who served during these Gulf Wars and died did it for their country. We're humbled at their sacrifice. Lastly, we have the Decoration Day wreath. Decoration Day was the original name of Not Here Today. We remember you.
Stop. Two of you are going to have to take that. There you go.
We're grateful for your sacrifice. Please stand. Place your hand over your hearts during the military rifle firing honors. Now you may be seated. It does. Folks, I want to touch base on a few things as we go through the acknowledgments. I want to make certain that all of you received one of these beautiful programs. In the back we have some other events. If you look in the back, there's a trailer with bunting on it. That is so you can place any flags that need to be retired, because we're going to have a flag retirement ceremony here at Oak Hill. What's the date we're doing it? June 13th, you would think, at 11. You're more than welcome to come and join us that day. We also have a 9/11 observation ceremony we do every year at the 9/11 Memorial here at the park. Here's some acknowledgments. I want to make sure first and foremost to thank all of the people that came out, the organizations that came here to support this day. If you go through the tents that have the red, white, and blue, there's a lot of organizations that support veterans, different veterans groups that are here to help us out, support our veterans. Palo Alto VA came through, police department, fire department. I have to single him out because you know, everyone's got that one friend that knows a guy. And I got that one friend that knows a guy that knows a guy. And because of him, although the general already spoke of it, I'd like to thank Wine Country Marines board member can I say your name? James Brown, for making this happen, because he coordinated with the general, and for being friends with James. We also would like to thank our staff. I'd like to thank our staff because they've done an amazing job. She looks at me funny. Folks, we have nice barbecue back there. We'll be serving hot dogs. We have water, drinks. We have a nice band. We have military vehicles, a beautiful park. And Rob, would you like to say anything else? Special request where? At this time, I would like to ask Cantor Mika similarly to come here and say the benediction, followed by God Bless America by Angela Tirado. When Angela sings, feel free to sing along.
This following powerful excerpt was written by Roland Gittleson, and I invite you to respond with "We remember them" at the end of each of the verses. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
Thank you. One last note before Angela sings. We have 2 more services today in pretty much that corner. If you look in your programs, it'll show you where the 2 other services are. And one is in the Field of Honor. We'll have that there today, and one in Veterans section. Please come on out.
Bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, wide with